food addict. I weigh and measure 3 meals a day off the gray sheet. I write it in my phone. I call my sponsor at 9:40 p.m. every night or text them, and don't eat no matter what, and eat no matter what. Meaning, since I came to Gray Sheet, I am never hungry. It is mind-boggling. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Happy Labor Day to those who celebrate it. Thank you, Grania and Sarah and Annalisa for doing service, and everybody else behind the scenes. I came into GreySheeters Anonymous in 2017. I came back in 2018 and stayed. I come from a loving household. About 9 houses on my block, we were all related. If you loved me, you fed me. And when the lights would come on, my mom would scream dinner time, and I'd go home and eat. And as long as I ate everything on my plate, I got dessert. What a concept. I was a little kid my whole life growing up. And then, you know, when I got into high school, I was allowed to go out to eat, you know, not eat the, you know, little weight, sort of weighted measure that they give you in the grade school. And my drug of choice was more. More what Aviva had, more what Grania had, more what Frankie had, more what Samita had, more what Risa had. That's my drug of choice, more. So when I wanted to eat every day, I ate all the bad stuff. I ate carbs, I ate sugars, I ate grains. And I blew up like a tick. I got sober when I was 26 years old, and I was a little bigger than I am right now. And then from 26, and actually September 10th, I'll be 59, which I can't even believe. That's like a grown-up. I don't even get that. But from 26 till, well, actually, I picked up my first drink when I was 14. I put it down when I was 26. I only drank for 12 years. But I put the drink and the drug down and picked up what? Food. I can't drink. I can't drug. I'm self-employed. I make a good living. I'm going to eat whatever I want. I'm going to go to the best restaurants, eat the finest foods, the richest foods, the most fattening foods. And if I get fat, who cares? Because I don't drink and I don't drug. But I get fat, very fat. Like, I can't believe. This is probably, I mean, yeah, it's great when you get sober, but this is the most fulfilling disease? No, I don't think that's the word. So I was going through some clothes this morning. I'm a large. I was a 4 and 5X. I'm a large. Are you kidding me? I was 400 pounds when I came to Gray Sheet. I was that guy. I walked in the meeting. I looked for the chairs with no arms because I don't fit in a regular chair, or I didn't. And I was like, oh my gosh. And, you know, it's crazy. So check this out. This is a 3X shirt. Okay? 3X. This is huge. And this fit me on a daily basis. You know? I'd have to stretch it out a little just in case. You know? And I got wrecking the place. I only got 15 minutes, but visuals are amazing for me. These are 54. I'm 36. You know, this is what I fit into. This is what I wore. This is what I thought I looked good in. You know, I hate clothes. I hate wearing clothes. I like to wear, oh, see, my shirt says anonymous. We're not anonymous amongst ourselves, but yeah, so a guy in AA gave me that shirt. So to tell you, I'm over the moon, absolutely blown away by the fact that all I do is weigh and measure 3 meals a day. I have an unbelievable, delicious breakfast. I have an unbelievable, delicious lunch. I have an unbelievable, delicious supper. I don't eat anything in between, no matter what, except, you know, the salsa or water or black coffee. I did an AWOL last year, Way of Life, 12 steps. You know, back up a little. When I came in this time, actually I came in a year ago, and I cupped the people out there, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. So I went to dinner with my family at a restaurant, and I eyeballed a meal. We don't eyeball anything. So the sponsor says, how'd you do? I go, I guess it was all right. He goes, did you weigh it? I said, no, I didn't weigh it. I'm not going to bring a scale into a restaurant. He goes, we do this without exception. And so I had to start over. So I was like, F you, I'm out of here. So I left. And like every good addict, I put all the weight back on that I lost in that 30 days that I came in. I came back this time, 6 years ago, I had a pulmonary embolism, a massive pulmonary embolism. I was short of breath for about 2 weeks. You know, I'm 400 pounds or better. 400 pounds, short of breath. Everybody's short of breath when they're 400 pounds. I was sitting in my truck. I tickled in my pants, and I was like, oh, God, now I got to go change. And just as I thought that, I was like, oh, God, and I felt myself pass out, and I fell out of the truck. Thank God I fell out of the truck because I would have died if I didn't. So, P.S., long story short, tenant finds me, I get to the hospital. Doctors were like, you're in really bad shape. You're probably going to die. I said, come on, doc, rounds of shape. And they didn't laugh. And I get to the ICU that night, and the surgeon comes in and he goes, you're in really bad shape. You're probably going to die. We're going to shoot a clot buster through you. It kills 5 to 10% of the people instantly. And I just cracked up laughing. I said, doc, I'm a painter. If I'm supposed to die, so be it. If not, fix me. Okay, sign here. I signed the paper. They did it. I lived. I came out. Now I'm scared. Go to OA because I didn't hear a gray sheet or I didn't remember about gray sheet. See, I heard about gray sheet 20 years ago or 10 years ago. Well, my sponsor's got 9 years, so I guess 9 years ago. I was on a gray sheet. I was on an AA retreat. I see this guy. He's fat like me. I'm done being fat. You want this 4X sweatshirt? Yeah, sure. He gave it to him. He's like, yeah, it's free. It's for me. I'm like, good. Have at it. I don't see the guy for 9 years. I see him again. And he looks like me. He's like a normal-sized dude. I says, oh, hi, you new? He goes, no, I'm so-and-so. I said, yeah, sure you are. And he goes, no, look. And he showed me his fat picture, and he's standing in front of me. He was 400. Now he's 180. And I'm like, what? How'd you do that? Did you get surgery, you cheater? And he's like, no, I weigh and measure 3 meals a day, nothing in between. I said, I go to OA. He goes, okay. And never said another word. But, you know, if anybody ever seen a mustard seed, it's about that big. They give me that mustard seed of hope. What's HOPE stand for? Hold on, pain ends, hearing other people's experiences, happy our program exists, and there's probably a plethora of other ones. So he planted the seed, and that was it. And I never seen him again because he lived in Queens, I lived on the island, and we don't go to the same meetings. So then had the pulmonary embolism, came out, went back to OA. Oh yeah, I went to OA 20 years ago. I lost 100 pounds. I walked past the mirror. I was like, who's that guy? I couldn't handle it. I didn't have anything. I just didn't eat sugar for 7 months and lost 100 pounds. Of the 100 pounds, I found 150. See, this time I gave away 215 pounds. I didn't lose it because I know exactly where it is. It's at the bottom of that jar. It's at the bottom of that thing. I know exactly where it is. Nothing tastes like abstinence. Nothing tastes like recovery. I'm a recovered alcoholic and I'm a recovered food addict. That doesn't mean I can drink safely. It doesn't mean I can eat safely. That means if I keep going to meetings, helping a sick and suffering alcoholic or food addict, I could live an unbelievably abundant life. You know, and I always say, never look down on a person unless you're helping them up. You know, because you know, people that matter, you know, don't judge. It's just I can't even breathe, Tony, breathe. It's like, how do you get your qualification in 10 minutes? You know, you just try to focus on the parts that really matter, you know, and I get really emotional when I talk about my food because, you know, like I tell everybody, I post more stuff to a 10-year-old girl on Facebook. I do food prep. I got 3 barbecues in my backyard. I got a beautiful backyard, so it makes it really nice and special whenever I'm out there, you know, barbecuing my vegetables. You know, I got 2 refrigerators, thanks to my friend. You know, anybody that knows GreySheeters, you got to have a lot of Tupperware and you got to have a lot of room. You got to have a lot of space, you know. And it's absolutely mind-blowing that when I put a large T-shirt on my bed to get up when I get dressed in the morning, you know, I put these little tiny underwear on. I'm like, I can't believe my fat ass fits into this because 400 pounds is big. I'm not 400 pounds. I'm 185 pounds. It is mind-blowing. You know, and I got a new guy today called me this morning, and I was like, shot out of a cannon, like I feel like I am right now. Shot out of a cannon, like so filled with gratitude. And I remember I went to this meeting in St. James. I had a day or whatever. And I said, oh, in 90 days, I'm going to speak. And the lady looked at me and she goes, who are you? I said, I'm a food addict. And in 90 days, I'm going to speak. And she thought I was like hot, you know what? And she didn't like me from that point on. And I didn't like her because she was telling me what to do. But we became really good friends. And, you know, like when I came into AA, I drank for like 2 months and didn't tell anybody. But March 1st, 1988 was my sober date. I came into Gray Sheet February 11th, 2018, and I never left. I don't plan on leaving. Every once in a while when I'm food prepping, which takes hours for me, because I'm anal. I'm a Virgo. I'm a perfectionist. Everything is ridiculous. I weigh everything. I weigh my whatever. I weigh everything. Everything I eat is weighed. It's nuts. So
5 minutes left, Anthony.
yeah, there's a lot of people on this meeting. I'm almost done. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's if you're struggling or if you have day one, tomorrow's day two. Just like they say in AA, put the plug in the jug, put the food down. I don't know if I could have done this at 20 years old or 30 years old or 40 years old, but I know I could do it at 58 and 7/8, because like I said, in 3 days, I'll be 59. But yeah, I don't know. What else? I used to have diabetes. I don't anymore. I used to have sleep apnea. I don't anymore. I rode bicycles at 400 pounds. I'm going to stop my video for 1 second. That's what I look like. I was a fat guy. And it's absolutely mind-blowing. And every time somebody says to me, or like I'm in construction and sometimes I don't see people for a year and they're like, and they'll walk past me or I'll see somebody at the gym and they're like, and I'm like, hello, are you going to say hello? And they're like, well, didn't realize it was you until you said that. Oh my gosh. Now, thanks to the mask, I was at physical therapy the other day because I hurt my back. I'm on a table next to this lady that I've known forever. And she's like, and my friend's like, oh, her son? Long story short. I go, oh, how's it going? And I show her a picture of me on my phone. I go, check out this guy. And she goes, oh, yeah, he lost a lot of weight. I go, yeah, he did. And she had no idea. I was sitting right next to her. I said, Lorraine, it's Tony. And she's like, oh, for goodness sakes, I can't believe it. So like I said, just don't ever leave. Just keep coming, keep doing it, get a sponsor, work the steps, live the steps. Like AA is something to do, so is GreySheet. GreySheet's something to do. And it's going to be a little, you see that guy? That's what I look like in a hospital. That's a fat guy. That's a really, I can say I'm fat because I was a fat guy, but, it's not nice to call somebody fat. So, I try to refrain from doing that. But, just stay. Oh, look. So here's me and my sister. This is my 50th birthday. Look at that guy. Look at the size of the head of that guy. Unbelievable. I'm blessed. Thank you all for saving my life. That's all I got. Love you all. Out.